Hello everybody, I'm the Sonic Arrow, and welcome to a very random video that I'm dropping out of nowhere. I'm stalling for time for continuing to edit my days of Minecraft 100 days. But I've been doing this for the past 20 minutes. Now, as you can see here, I am on the Pokemon type calculator. Here at https://www.pkmn.help. If you need to remember your type calculations and what is super effective and not super effective against everything in Pokemon that's related to Pokemon, this is the website that helps you. Thank you to Austin John Plays for pointing this website out to me. It's been a lot of help making this video. Now, all the goodies out of the way, let's get in to why I'm making this video. Pokemon Scarlet Violet, the Teal Mask, Part 1 of their DLC just came out. And I'm looking at making the best Pokemon type. I'm looking at making the best strategic team of Pokemon types. As you can see up here, I've done some research. Now, that being said, research is not done without proper evidence. So I've been using my Notepad++ application to build you... Whoops, here we go. There we go. Okay, I registered to click. Anyway, I've been doing my calculations. Here is the quintessential lineup of every typing in the game, excluding the new 19th Terra type that has just come out with the new DLC. I've not made it that far. I sadly don't have a way to capture my Switch on my PC, so I can't show you any gameplay of mine. But I can tell you, I've run into a couple Pokemon making my way through the DLC. I've only just arrived at the Visitor Center in the new town, in the new region. And I have seen Yanma and Poochyena. I'm ecstatic. Poochyena is my first Pokemon that I hunted for, that I shiny hunted for back in Omega Ruby. I love the shiny form of Poochyena and Mightyena. They're both gold star. That being said, I want to make the best type, and if Poochyena is not on it, I will be sad. Luckily, it looks like we have a contender for Poochyena. Now, that being said again, how do we determine the best typing? Well, I took this handy list that I compiled in my note application. I have all 18 types: normal, fighting, fire, water, grass, electric, ground, rock, steel, ice, dragon, fairy, psychic, dark, ghost, bug, poison, and flying. All 18. You can see I have 36 lines as denoted by the sidebar. I have 37 there, but that's just because I pressed enter and I had some stuff below this. I put it into a different file up that direction. In new 4, I know. My labeling system is whack. I haven't saved any of these files formally in their own note file. They're temp files. Don't judge me. It saves when I close it out. Why would I need to save anything if I don't want it? That being said, I do have a few that I'm not going to show you because I was just on a bender when I wrote those. Anyway, point being, I have compiled a list of all of the different types in Pokemon and their weaknesses. All of those that you see right there are weaknesses. Like normal is weak to fighting, up at the top there. Duh. Fighting is weak against... No, is weak to flying, psychic, and fairy. Self-explanatory. You go down the list, you see more of the type matchups. Now, on to the nitty-gritty. How did I determine which type pairs would be the best? Well, I found a website that counts the number of times a word appears in a list. And I got a list of 6. If I pull it up real quick, it's called Write Words. I have now copied my notepad text. I'm putting it all in. I am submitting. It is showing me that ground and fighting showed up 6 times. Rock, ice, and fire showed up 5 times. And water showed up 4 times. These are the quintessential 6 that I have, that I took and I copied into this list. Now, it is different, you see, because ground and fighting. No, that's not right. Let's see. Ice and rock both share the flying type. And so did electric. I don't know the point I'm trying to make. I do not have my old list that I had. But you know what? Let's just make a new list. Let's make a new list. I'll show you what exactly I did. I took these 6. Thank you, Opera GX, for your suggestions for rephrasing like Yoda. That is amazing. Anyway, I went in and I got rid of the numbers and the spaces by pressing delete twice every time I went down. And then ground. What is it weak against? That's where the Pokemon type calculator comes in. We deselect these. So, ground. We already have quite a lineup of things it is weak against. Let me just fix it so it's more in frame. So, what we got? Ground. Weak to poison. Good. Rock. Steel. Fire. And electric. Now, I am not some Pokemon master that remembers them all the time, every time, all day, every day. I am not that guy. Sometimes I need help too. That's why Pokemon type calculator, great when I made this. Because sometimes I'd be thinking, what is weak against dragon? Ice, dragon, fairy. Yeah. And then I missed one going through one of these on the list. It was grass, I think. No. Ice. I forgot that it was weak to rock types. That would have been a major loss of count, let's just say. I would have lost 1 point on this list. Now, fighting is good against, well, rock, steel, ice, normal. And let's double check my work, because I don't trust myself. Dark types. I always forget about the rock types. See, I always miss one. So, rock type is good against flying. It's good against ice. It's good against fire. And bug. It's good against bug. Let's double check that. Yep, I got all 4. Okay, good. I looked over at the list and saw, oh, bug, that's one. Now, ice is good against flying, grass, dragon, ground, and I want to say that's it. Yep, alright, that's it. Fire, one of the main types, one of the main 3 of the starters. Bug, oops, ice, grass, I'm looking, steel, and I think that's it. Let's look. Yep, that's all. That's all 4. And then, obviously, we got water. Not that hard to figure out that it's good against fire, ground, rock, fire, ground, rock. There's another one. No, apparently not. Okay, I got them all. Well, alright then. Anyway, ignore the line of text that says Badlands. That's for my personal Minecraft world. I might do another personal world tour. I saw a couple of people like that one. Anyway, I digress. Now, as we can see from this list, it's very different than the one that I started with. We can see that I traded... Let's see, I kept fire, water, and ground. And changed fighting, rock, and ice out for dark, fairy, and electric. Let's take a peek why. So, if we go by the original list, we have ice, ground, and fighting. Let's see, the original list is over here. Ground, fighting, rock, ice, fire, water. Now, we can see there's some considerable overlap for these types. For example, we can completely negate... Which one was it? Which one did we cut out? Rock. Let's go rock. Taking that one out did nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So, in place, I gave it the electric typing, because that allowed us to toss water into the mix. For weaknesses. So, electric is good against flying and water. Now, that's already gotten by the ice. And I can take out the ice. Because instead, we can toss in a fairy type, which gives us fighting and dragon, which is good. That's what we want. We want to be hitting home as many of these as we can. So, we also took out fighting and gave us the dark typing. Dark, fairy, electric, fire, water, ground. Yep, that's all of them. And you can see that we have a very different list of these guys than we do over here. Now, this is practically the best team you will get. And yes, I know type matchups don't cover all of these. Now, we could swap out something. Oh, let's see. What could we swap out for steel type? Steel typing is good against ice. So let's see. Let's see here. Steel type. Let's see. Let's add ourselves an experiment line to run ourselves a different list. So, steel is good against ice, fairy, rock. Ice, fairy, and rock. Let's deselect all of our chosen ones. Yep, rock, ice, and fairy. Something that is covered by a water type. Something covered by the fire type. Something that is also covered by the electric type. So technically, if we tossed in a steel type, we could eliminate fire and possibly electric, freeing us up to bring something else in. Now let's unselect that, do this, 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 and this. So we have our ones back. So steel, we can eliminate the electric type and the fire type. We don't want to do that. Normal bug water. That's a combo. Okay, fire and electric go back. Steel goes out. We get rid of the fairy type. The fire, the bug isn't taken care of. Electric, water's not taken care of. So we essentially traded fairy for water coverage. Huh. Okay. Normal and water. I mean, let's see. Fire we need for bug. But we could also bring back the electric typing. Let's see. We're dealing with not ice. Nope, we're dealing with ice right now. Because steel for electric, normal and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ground, dark, fairy, electric, water, fire. Okay, here's the original. We technically don't lose any coverage if we just swap the water for the ice. So I guess water and ice are kind of interchangeable. Ooh. Can I eliminate electric? No, because that gets rid of the water. Electric for grass. Fire for steel. Yeah. Dark I kinda need for the ghost and psychic typings. Unless we switch in the ghost type. No, because that we get the same coverage either way. Except, where does the dark type come in? Fairy. Right, fairy. Ghost, grass, ice, fairy, steel, ground. Flying bug and grass are not covered anymore by the ice typing. Flying bug grass is a rock type. Well, flying and bug. And then... Steel gets rid of fairy typing. Okay. Poison. Yup. We could do that. Okay, well, poison, ghost, grass, rock, ground, and fairy. Fairy gets rid of fighting, dragon, and dark. We're keeping that. Because we need something for dragon types. So, ground types. Poison... Oh, no, those are very niche to the ground type. You need a ground type on there. I think ground types have, like, the most coverage of niche Pokemon types. 1, 2, 3, 4... Rock. Looks like I found a better one that actually does take care of all this. So let's just add in... Okay, not steel. Alright, well, we have 2 working lists right now. So we have ground, rock, grass, ghost, poison, fairy, and realistically speaking, like, none of these really have any kind of wiggle room to swap out for a fighting type to get rid of the normal typing. And statistically speaking, one of these Pokemon will learn a fighting type move. Like, realistically speaking, rock takes care of ice, flying, and bugs. Steel takes care of just the ice. I'm trying to think, because Iron Hands, one of the new Pokemon that's the Paradox Pokemon, it's like Hariyama, but from the future, and you can only get it in Pokemon Violet. I'm trying to work him into this list because he is my raid Pokemon. He is, like, hands down S+ tier for raids. Go check out Austin John's video on that one for building the best raid Pokemon or having a variety of raid Pokemon you can build. I highly recommend it. It's really good. Anyway, realistically speaking, I know a couple of dual typings that you could actually technically have, so you can find a dual type fighting any one of these. You have a good coverage of everything. Like, pretty sure there's a fairy fighting type. Is there? You know what? I'm going to look up the Pokédex now. I only go to Surrey for my information, because Surrey has never let me down. Now, are the types in the frame? Let's move this just a little bit more. Okay. Alright, let's go down until we find a fighting any one of these other types. So a fighting ground, rock, grass, ghost, poison, or fairy type. Pretty sure there's a fighting fairy type. Grass, fire... You know what? Let's set up the fighting type and sort by that. Gen 9 Dex? Here we go. So, I'm going to move my notepad into my own frame. I'm going to pull it out just for you guys. Alright, let's take a look. Ooh, fighting grass type. Breloom. Ah, we can bring Breloom over. Can we? Yeah, Breloom's in the game. I have a Breloom. My first Breloom was a rock Terra type. I found it out in the wild. Okay, well, that works. Any other ones I could bring in? Fighting steel? No. Fighting poison? Ooh! Toxicroak! Yes! Let's go! I love Toxicroak! Toxicroak has to be my favorite poison type, and the fact that he's a fighting type makes this a whole lot easier, so... You know what? I'm counting poison plus fighting equals Toxicroak. I'm just gonna say Toxicroak is the one. Alright, now let's look for some other types based on this one. So, grass. I'm not looking at strategic because you can build any Pokemon you want in this game, no problem. You can build something to be completely useless, completely support type, completely awesome and OP, Iron Hands. And just you can build any Pokemon you want in this game. Like, you can set them up to do whatever you want. They can be a sweeper, a wall, a tank, a glass cannon if you wanted. Like, put all of their stats into both attack and special attack. No defense. Go for a little speed. Boom. You could do that. You could absolutely do that. And of course you have hyper training, which just raises all IVs to 31 if they don't have perfect IVs already. But let's take a look at a grass type now. Oh yeah, his Hisui. Yeah, the Hisui Voltorb. I have Legends Arceus, and I haven't played it all the way through. I don't know the Hisui Pokemon. Whew. Yep, Jumpluff is in this game. Grass, Tropius, Torterra, Abomasnow. I'm probably going to irritate a lot of people, but Leafeon? No, I like Leafeon. That's a good Pokemon. It's a physical attacker. There's Rotom. I love the Rotom idea. Just the swap between. It's more of a special attacker, but that's okay. That's really okay. Takes care of the electric type need. Also, Shaman. I don't have a Shaman. That's a shame, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ooh, wait, hang on. Lilligant. No, not Lilligant. Sarina. I actually used Sarina for a while before I started taking on the gyms. Because I did the gyms last. I did the gyms last out the gate. I did the Titans first. I did the gyms in backwards order last out of the starting gate. I did Team Star second, and then the gyms. Because you can do anything you want. It's like the original Legend of Zelda on the NES in Pokemon. Because you can literally do anything you want, whenever you want, whatever order you want. And it's great. I love it. I absolutely do. You can just go anywhere. You can fight any Pokemon. You can get your ass kicked by anything. Now, my thoughts on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are surely not done. But for now... Oh, Trevenant. I had to catch one of those. Of course I had to catch one of those. What am I saying? It's more of a physical attacker. I'm looking at base stats over here on the... Over here. Let me, We're looking at ground types. Gonna move my face here. Whoa, okay, I gotta move this below my webcam. There we go. I'm gonna put myself here in the notepad. Hello. Here we go. There we go. Yep, okay. Oops. Alright, please ignore the behind-the-scenes action. Now, we were looking at Trevenant. Okay, Trevenant is the third one down. If you can't read that, I'm sorry. Trevenant, so in order, his stats from left to right, going natural English reading way, is, now the stats are HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. We can see that Trevenant is a hard-hitting, possibly a bulky physical sweeper. Because if you train up his HP and his attack, his speed's not too great, but he could be a bulky physical sweeper. Lots of health, hard to take down. Well, lots of health, good at taking things down. Maybe you would toss something into speed. Because he's got naturally high attack. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Naturally high attack. He could be a fast physical sweeper. Make him fast enough to outrun anything. You got yourself a fast physical sweeper. Because if you can be faster than your opponents and hitting them hard enough, you don't need to worry about HP. You might want to toss a little HP in there. Make sure he can survive, like use Synthesis, Ingrain, Curse, and then like Woodhammer. Like Curse to do gradual damage to like a wall. Like you want to be able to take care of almost anything with a sweeper. But we're not here to get into logistics about Pokemon typing. No, we are. That's what this video is. I mean, Pokemon strategic battling. I start nerding out at various opportunities. Please excuse me. Alright, so grass could be Trevenant. I do like Decidueye. Decidueye. Kinda specially bulky. Not really. Decidueye, I'm not going to be using Decidueye. Looks like Hisuian's Decidueye is more physical. Ooh, Flapple. I like my Flapple. Flapple's my favorite exclusive. Like, I started with Sword, I pre-ordered, and I got the GameStop midnight release, and it was beautiful. And Flapple is naturally gotten in Sword, I think. Yeah. And I like my Flapple. He's an attacker. He's more physical, but he could do both. I'm nerding out again. Let's just go with the one I like. Meowscarada. My Meowscarada is quite the good one. Like, it's got Flower Trick, duh. It's got Foul Play, I think? It's got a Dark type in there. Maybe it's Knockoff. It's Knockoff. It's also got Hone Claws and something else I'm forgetting. I think it's a normal type. But Meowscarada. Alright. Now, I want to know, do you go based off of typing in choosing your starter? Or do you go for some sort of design choice, or just because they look neat? Every Pokemon game except for Pokemon Sun, I have chosen the water type starter because I started with Soul Silver back in like 08, maybe 09. I was in elementary school here in the States, and I picked Totodile because Totodile was kind of cool. And ever since, I picked the water starter. Like Oshawott, yes. Gen 6 was Froakie, forget about it. Or in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you better believe I took Mudkip. Then there was Sun and Moon. I had to break the cycle. I had to go for Litten. I did not care. Poplio's awesome, but Litten was adorable. His third stage evolution could have been a quadrupedal tiger type, whatever. But instead it was like a luchador. Oh well. I chose Litten because it was so adorable. Then, Gen 8, I went straight back to the water type. Sobble, the cutest. Yes! And then in this game, I chose Quaxley. Kind of a bad move on my part, because the kitten, Sprigatito, way better. So you know what? My grass type is going to be Meowscarada. Meowscarada. Because Masquerade Ball. Anyway, Meowscarada. Alright, now let's take a look at ghost types. Poltergeist? Oh yeah. Alright. Now, for the ghost type. What is the ghost type going to be? Let's take a peek and find out. So, we've got Typhlosion. Okay. Oh, Cyndaquil is adorable. Technically, I think I got the Cyndaquil from Pokemon Home. Did I? Maybe. Maybe not. Misdreavus. I do like Mismagius. There's Drifblim. Good health. Not so good defensive-wise, but good health. It's a bulky special attacker, I guess. Yeah. Good speed. It's a bulky, fast special attacker. Mismagius. Special all the way around plus speed. So it's a bulky physical or bulky special sweeper. Looks like Dusk Noir can be good physical attack. It gets access to the punch moves. It's got defense. And that's pretty good. It's got pressure. It's got frisk. Dusk Noir could be the one. I don't have Giratina. I'm not going to bring in Giratina. This is going to be my list for what I'm doing. Mimikyu. My ghost type, ghost fairy type has to be Mimikyu. Ghost, fairy, Mimikyu. I love it. We have gone from blatant ripoffs of Pikachu with like Plusle and Minun and Dedenne and what's another one? Ooh, that's a good question. Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum was... Give me a minute. What was it? Pachirisu. Pachirisu's also adorable, but it's useless. In the earlier games, Pachirisu could be a good electric type, but we went from shameless Pikachu knockoffs that were not Pikachu knockoffs to just something that is imitating Pikachu because it wants to be loved too. The guy who first looked under Mimikyu's cloak had a heart attack. So Mimikyu hides itself under the cloak and it looks like Pikachu. That's why I love this Pokemon so much. It just wants a little bit of love. And you know what? Mimikyu is my favorite Ghost Fairy type. And I'm so glad that in Sun and Moon's remakes that came out like a year later, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it got a special Z-type move. I love Mimikyu. Like, Mimikyu is so Mimikute. After this video, I'm gonna go blow gang my brains out. Anyway, yeah, Mimikyu has to be my ghost type. Now, there is Dragapult, and I do like a good Dragapult, but no, I don't think so, unless there's something better. Basculegion, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, Skeledirge. There's Ceruledge. Oh, Ceruledge. It's only Violet exclusive. And it's so good. Bramblegast. That one was a pain to level up. Houndstone. Annihilate. That one's pretty cool. Fluttermane. I forgot about that one. That's a Scarlet exclusive. Oh yeah. Poltegeist got a remade version in the Till Mask DLC. Hospitality and Heatproof. Ooh. Removes the fire type weakness. Golden Go. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. It's story time. Story time with Uncle Arrow. That sounds too much like Uncle Iroh, and I'm not Uncle Iroh. If you've ever seen The Last Airbender, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah. So, let's just say I got soft-locked in Pokemon Scarlet. I had just completed the Pokédex. Like a fool, I didn't save. And I got soft-locked because of a glitched raid. A text box appeared that was blank, the timer ran out, and it just kept going. I sat there for like 10-20 minutes waiting for it to do something, and I had to quit. I was back at Pokédex 397. I don't remember what I needed, but I remember Golden Go was one of them. And to evolve Gimmighoul, you need 99 Gimmighoul coins in your bag, and then level up Gimmighoul once. So, wait, I do remember one of the other two. One of them was Palafin. Let's just say it took me so long to get another Palafin raid. It was ridiculous. That's how I got my first one. And I did the clock glitch. I'm not even sorry about it. Palafin in raids and resetting the raids, and Palafin's level up is just really stupid. I get why it's encouraging people to play together and community, and some people just want to play a game on their own, man. Anyway, that's why I support the people who make Pokemon generators, like the generators like PK Hex or the PK Save Editor on the 3DS, like just the app on the 3DS that lets you generate a Pokemon in whatever game you choose. I support that because sometimes it's fun to mess around in a game you own. You want to do the Battle Tower on your own with a good Pokemon. You don't want to have to spend all that time grinding it. Anyway, Finizen, I understand. I did not gen this one. I went to a raid and I caught it. I'm fine. I got it. We're fine. Shut up. I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I got it. I don't remember the other one. I had to evolve something. It's probably one of the ones I had in my... No, it's not one of the ones I had in my party. What did I have? Heck if I know. I do know that it was a pain because I had to do those 3 again, and 2 of them were very annoying. The other one was a simple matter of leveling up, I think. Anyway, rant over. Yeah, it has to be a Mimikyu for the ghost type. Alright, let's look at a rock type. Is there a ghost rock type? I feel like there's a ghost rock type. Nope, not in this game. Okay, how about a rock? Alright. Oh, Growlithe is a rock type. And oh, yeah, that's right. Might have to check me one of those. Alright, Geodude, Graveler, no. Golem, no. Macargo. Yeah, the Gen 9 Dex. Oh, because, right, the new region. Tyranitar, Probopass, Arceus, Rock, oh, Lycanroc. I do like me a Lycanroc. Maybe. Lycanroc Dusk form is probably the coolest. I'm just gonna say it. Lycanroc Dusk form is the coolest. You can fight me on that because the Midnight form is cool, and the Dawn form, yeah, I can see it. They're all the goodest of boys. Even the evil-looking one. Oh, God, even the evil-looking one is a good boy. Anyway. Cloth. I have never used Cloth, and I'm not going to start. Oh, Ogre Pawn is one of the... Anyway. Garganical? Maybe that was the one I had to re-evolve. Don't know. Colossal. Nah. Nah. No. I might go for Macargo just because. Because I want to catch a Slugma and have it slug my nuts. Ah! Yeah, that's been done before. Tyranitar is pretty good. Tyranitar is really good. Who am I kidding? Tyranitar is one of the best. If I'm not mistaken, Tyranitar is a pseudo-legendary. Let's do some quick math there. 234, 354, 449, 549, 610. Yeah, it's a pseudo-legendary. So pseudo-legendary, I mean, look at the base stats over here. You see these guys? They all add up to at least 600. That's one of the qualifications for pseudo-legendary. There's also the matter of getting a Pokemon that has a 3-stage evolution, which has been kind of, not really. And, if the base stats, without any nature, training, nothing of that, with none of that accounted for, if it adds up to at least 600, like all legendaries do, it's considered a pseudo-legendary that because it can be hatched out of an egg. So Tyranitar is a pseudo-legendary. You also have Metagross. I love Metagross. Don't at me. I love Metagross. I really do. It's one of the coolest Pokemon I've ever seen. That's why Steven is probably my favorite champion out of all of them. Probably a controversial take, maybe. But Steven is pretty cool. I like his obsession with the rock and the steel types. I think it's steel types. Maybe. But Metagross in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire was his Mega. And his Mega Metagross was a beast. I had an Altaria that was level 100. I lost my copy of the game, sadly. But I had a level 100 Mega Altaria. Greatest thing, because I could go into Drake, the 4th member of the Elite Four in that game. He couldn't even touch me with his dragon types. If they had steel type attacks or ice type attacks, yeah, that was a problem. But if I could fake out the dragon type move by Mega Evolving, you gotta believe I was doing it. Make him waste a turn while I hit him. Hard and fast. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, Tyranitar could be a good rock type. It's a rock dark type. Despite its evolution, its pre-evolutions, Larvitar and Pupitar, Pupitar, being rock and ground types. So it swapped the ground for the dark type, which gave it a 4 times weakness to fighting. That's not very good. Macargo is 4 times weak to water. Yeah, rock types are the worst ones to get. Is there any chance we could switch out the rock type? What does the rock type give us? Flying and bug, we'd have to find something for that. I mean, obviously a rock type, but no, we gotta keep the rock types. Okay, so we're just gonna have to suck it up and... This is what I don't like. A lot of them have quad weaknesses, like Graveler, Alolan Graveler, and Geodude, and Golem are 4 times weak to ground. Tyranitar, fighting, forget about it. Probopass, fighting, forget about it. Carbink, steel, forget about it. Avalugg, fighting, forget about it. Diancie, steel, forget about it. Rockruff, technically it's all the same things, but it's... well, Lycanroc, Dusk. Lycanroc, Dusk. Put that in parentheses. I can find one, I think. Because at this point, it's the best we got, because it's a mono rock type besides Roly-Coly. Everything else is Cleavor. Adds the bug. But Glimmet and Glimora, rock poison. Doesn't even have the levitate ability. That's weak to ground 4 times. Ogerpon has grass and rock, and I'm not sure if that has a quad weakness to anything. Probably not. But Iron Thorns, ground type. Forget about it. So it looks like we're going with Lycanroc Dusk. So this is just my team. This is just my preference. Now let's look at the ground type. Ground. Alright. Ooh. Wooper. Clodsire. Groudon. It's not in this game except for by Pokemon Home. Garchomp. Ice Quad. Forget about it. Mamoswine? Maybe. Landorus is grounded and flying, so it's pretty good. Palisade? Not really. Ursaluna. Practically the best one. So says Austin John Plays. I'm going to pull up Ursaluna in a different window and let's check its moves. Rest. Blood Moon form. I mean, apparently Ursaluna is like the best like Oh yeah, Mind's Eye on Ursaluna in Blood Moon form. That's the best. Okay, I can see that's correct. But, do I want to use something else like Clodsire? I mean, the poison typing psychic types we gotta watch out for. We got a dark and ghost type to take care of that. Yeah, we got a ghost type to take care of that, plus the fairy. Did I say... I said psychic, not dark. Oof. Okay, Great Tusk, maybe. Protosynthesis. Sandy Shocks. Eh. It's got defense and special attack, I guess. It's quite quick, but not that quick. I mean, Iron Treads. Ground and Steel. Oof. It's faster than Sandy Shocks, so... And then there's Ting Lu. One of the, ancient Pokemon. It's bulky and physical. Hit it with a special type, hit it with a special attack, and it's down. So, I guess I have to make a choice. But oh, that's right, Gliscor. Gliscor's back. Let's go. Gliscor kinda sucks, but that's okay. I can make it a physical. Gliscor. Let's check out Gliscor. I want to check its moves. Now I'm getting into the moves, and I could shiny hunt that thing. Do you guys see that shiny? No, you can't. Check out that shiny. Yeah. Let's move my face back over here. Okay. Yeah, I could shiny hunt that. I could shiny hunt the crap out of that. What's the shiny form of this look like? Ooh, it's all purple. Batman. It looks more like Batman here. Oh, that's great. Poison Heal, hidden ability. Ooh, that's good. Has the poison condition. That's right. Sandvale. Yeah, that's a ground type. Yeah. Ground and flying. Hypercutter. Huh. Yep, so Terra Raid battles in Scarlet. Ooh, Gliscor is a Scarlet exclusive. Let's go! I have both games, though. I bought Violet on sale. You can learn the Fang attacks. Knockoff, Acrobatics. It's got no special moves except for TMs. Yo. Yo, that's cool. I like this Pokemon. Okay, yeah, Gliscor. We're going with a good old Gliscor. Gliscor. Sweet. Alright, we got a space for another Pokemon. I guess this just comes down to personal preference. Do I want a water type? Do I want a fire type? Do I want any type? Ground, rock, grass, ghost, fairy, poison. Do I want a steel type? No, because poison takes care of that. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Could have a dragon type. If I was a dragon type gym leader, I'd be the dragon type gym leader. Jeez. Oh boy. I'm not sure what to do. Like I said, it's all down to personal preference, so give me just a second. You know what? I forgot all about a certain Pokemon. You can see right there, number 261. Poochyena. I'm putting a Mightyena on my team. It's going to be a dark type. It's going to be Poochyena. I mentioned it at the beginning of this video. I ran into Yanma. Oh no. I need to choose between Yanma and Poochyena. I mean, bug, flying, weak to rock, but I'd rather like Yanmega. No, I'm going with Mightyena. Alright, so ignoring dark, you have poison, Ghost, Fairy, Grass, Rock, and Ground as your penultimate types. Fairy. Okay, get rid of fighting. Yeah, add the fighting. Okay. Otherwise, these 6 are your penultimate type matchup Dealy-Mobbers. Because you want to be able to have a good coverage. And obviously there is a way to get coverage for everything because there are Pokemon that can learn a wide swath of moves. Like Gliscor can learn the 3 Elemental Fang moves. Fire, Ice, and Thunder Fang. So right there you got Fire, Ice, and Electric types. So let's clear all these. Fire, Electric, Ice. You've got dealings with Flying, Ground, Bug, Steel, Water, Grass, Ice, and Dragon. Already, across the board, 8 types. That's a little less than half of them. Add in, heck, I don't know, a Flying type? You got half. Yeah, build a Gliscor with the 3 Elemental Fangs and a Flying type. And boom. So that was, let's see, I had Rock, Ground, Poison, Ghost, Grass, Fairy. And I can deal with all except the normal type, but if I add in Toxicroak, I can handle everything. So, if you're going for a Toxicroak, just remember that Psychic types are quad effective on you. Why am I worried about quad effectiveness? I'm not. I'm just going over the best coverage. So never, obviously you want to be smart. Never send your Toxicroak in against a Psychic type. Does not need to be said, but I said it. So, that being said, I'm going to build my team around this. I just needed to get my thoughts out there. Here's how you do this. There might be another combination of these things. You know what? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to ask you to comment this time because I want to hear your thoughts. Is there another combination of any of these 18 types that makes it good? And obviously, with the addition of the new 19th Terra type, you can hit anything with super effectiveness. So, you could have a mono poison type without the fighting and give it the new Terra type. Boom! You got everything. And that's it. So, I'm gonna build my team around this. I'm gonna do some stuff. And I'm gonna do it good. Maybe I'll find the time to look up how I can stream my Switch to my PC, and I'll start playing Pokemon Violet. I like Violet because of Iron Hands and the Paradox Pokemon. Oh, those are so cool. But I do like Roaring Moon from Scarlet. It's pretty good. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you everybody so much for suffering through this with me. I'm very sorry that I'm rambling at you. And I will see you when I upload some more Minecraft. Bye-bye!